Last-minute drama in US-Ukraine minerals deal, what you need to know. In a surprising twist, the much-anticipated minerals deal between the US and Ukraine faced unexpected challenges just as it was about to be signed on Wednesday. After extensive negotiations, both nations were ready to finalize an agreement aimed at tapping into Ukraine's rich natural resources and establishing a joint investment fund. This deal was set to pave the way for increased investment in mining, energy, and technology sectors in Ukraine, a crucial step for the country's economic recovery. Yulia Svyrydenko, Ukraine's first deputy prime minister, made her way to Washington with high hopes of signing the deal alongside U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent. However, as her plane soared towards the U.S., complications arose. Reports indicated that Bessent's team informed her that she needed to be prepared to sign not just the framework deal, but also a detailed fund agreement and a technical document all in one go. This sudden demand left Ukrainian officials scrambling, as they had anticipated a more straightforward signing process. Sources close to the negotiations revealed that the U.S. was concerned about Ukraine wanting to revisit terms that had been agreed upon just days earlier. The sticking points included governance issues, transparency mechanisms, and the traceability of funds. Despite these hurdles, there was still a glimmer of hope that the deal could be signed if Ukraine reverted to the original terms. A spokesperson for the U.S. Treasury emphasized the urgency of finalizing the agreement, stating, "President Trump has said that the time to get this done is now, and we are moving with all deliberate speed towards this end." However, Ukrainian officials countered that they couldn't sign all the documents immediately, as the fund agreement required ratification from their parliament. One Ukrainian official expressed concern about the U.S.'s expectations, saying, "We stand ready to sign the framework deal today," but acknowledged that the chances of a successful signing were only about 50-50. Amid the uncertainty, Ukrainian Prime Minister Denis Shmyhal remained optimistic, stating, "As soon as all the final details are worked out, which I hope will happen within the next 24 hours, the agreement will be signed and we will take the first step." While the framework deal does not explicitly provide U.S. security guarantees, it is described as a significant step towards a long-term strategic partnership, showcasing America's support for Ukraine's security and economic integration into global markets. This latest iteration of the minerals agreement comes after Ukraine successfully negotiated a key concession from the Trump administration, ensuring that only future military aid would count as the U.S.'s contribution to the deal. This development marks a pivotal moment in the often tumultuous relationship between Washington and Kiev, especially after a previous signing ceremony was abruptly cancelled in February following a heated exchange between Trump and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. After that incident, Trump insisted that billions in past military assistance be treated as loans, a proposal Zelensky firmly rejected. However, following further discussions, the contentious language was removed, allowing for a more constructive dialogue. In recent weeks, the atmosphere around the negotiations has improved, with both sides working diligently to finalize the details. Earlier this month, Kiev and Washington signed a memorandum of intent, committing to advance the investment fund aspect of the deal concerning Ukraine's natural resources and energy assets. The agreement stipulates that any new U.S. military assistance, including weapons systems and training, will be considered a capital contribution once the deal takes effect. As the clock ticks, Trump has expressed growing impatience over stalled ceasefire talks and voiced skepticism about Russian President Vladimir Putin's willingness to engage in a meaningful peace framework. The world watches closely as the U.S. and Ukraine navigate these last-minute hurdles, hoping for a resolution that could reshape their partnership and bolster Ukraine's path to recovery.